friends, hope you have gone through your previous video in which we have discussed about the chromosomes and how finally the chromosome is made and the centromere, sister chromatids and everything I have discussed in my last lecture. So today we will start with the next topic, that is genes. Now, genes are the specific sequences, nucleotide sequences. In my last lecture, I told you what are nucleotides. Nucleotides are the three units of DNA, in which I was telling you that there is a phosphate group and phosphate, nitrogenous base and sugar. All these three components together form this sugar, nitrogenous base and phosphate. These three form a nucleotide. So this is the nucleotide. These three things are forming the nucleotide. So the genes are the specific sequences of nucleotide which are presenting or representing a specific type of character in our body. So genes can be explained as the units which are determining our phenotypic characters. Genes are genotypically present on the chromosomes, whereas these chromosomes, when they phenotypically represent. Now genotype and phenotype, I have used two words here that again I will discuss later. If in a normal words I tell you, genotype is a genetic constitution. Genetic means कि कैसे आपके genes जो हैं, they are arranged on a chromosome. And phenotype is the physical appearance. Physical means how you are looking from outside. So the phenotypic appearance is what you see from outside. And genes, these are the things which are constituting your inner body or inner constitution of the body, that is formed by the genes, and it is called genotype. Anyway, genotype and phenotype we'll discuss later. First, genes I have told you, these are the specific sequences of the nucleotide which are present on the chromosome, and these determine our physical characters, right? Now, next one we will move to the cell cycle. Cell cycle I am not straight away starting. I will tell you first for what the cell needs to divide. There are four things for which the cell needs to divide. First one is growth. Second one is repair. Third one is reproduction. And fourth one is your replacement. Right. So these are the four things for which the cell division is needed. First one is your growth, second is repair, reproduction and replacement. So first we will see growth. The cell the cell divides for the growth of an organism. You have always seen that when a child is born, it is very small in size. The child is very small, or any of the organism which is born for the first time, it is very small. But how do we grow? आप देख रहे हैं कि आप एक छोटे बच्चे से और बहुत ही बड़ी हाइट अटेन कर लेते हैं और अपने आप इतने बड़े भी हो जाते हैं ग्रो करके. तो हाउ डू यू ग्रो? दैट इज ड्यू टू सेल डिविजन ओनली. नाउ हाउ इट हैपेंस we'll see in the further as I tell you how the cell cycle proceeds. So cell division is needed for the growth of the body. Second one is repair. Repair means when you fall sometimes, you get injured, your body gets injured and some of the cells get ruptured in that. They are damaged in that, and sometimes you start bleeding from there. But you see, after some days that wound is healed up. Means if you are injured, that injured portion doesn't remain like that whole of the life. It gets repaired. Repaired means all your cells are dividing, and the cells which has been lost due to the damage or due to the injury, they again get repaired because your body is undergoing cell division. So again and again there is cell division and new cells are produced and they replace the old cells. Got it? Then third one is your reproduction. In the unisexual organisms, not unisexual, the single cell, the unicellular organism, the unicellular means the single cell. It is also a mode of reproduction. As I take amoeba. Amoeba is a single cell. It divides into two. So, in a single cell unicellular organism, it is also a mode of reproduction. Means you have read about binary fission. Binary fission means one cell divides into two and it forms two cells. That is, it is reproducing. So a single cell, it divides into two cells. So this two division in a unicellular organism, it is also a mode of reproduction. And this fourth one, replacement. Replacement is as you are having in your body, there are so many cells, but many cells, they are actually worn out or they get old as the time passes. Like you are having red blood cells. Red blood cells, the lifetime is only 120 days. तो 120 डेज के बाद क्या होता है कि वो आपके रेड ब्लड सेल्स जो होते हैं वो डैमेज हो जाते हैं एंड द न्यू सेल्स स्टार्ट फॉर्मिंग. तो वो जो नए सेल्स बन रहे हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिप्लेसमेंट. So every organ, in every organ you are having the limit or the time period for the cells, and these cells after that period of time they again regenerate and form the new cells. So this is called replacement. The old cells are dying out and new cells are formed. So these are the four things for which cell division is needed. Now cell division, these were the four things, and we'll proceed with how cell division starts. So I've already written the heading, cell division. So in cell division, our first cell cycle, in this cell cycle means the cells divide, grow and again redivide. Divide, grow and redivide. Means the cell is first, originally we are having a cell, it is getting divided into two parts. First it grows and it grows to a maximum, and after growing to the maximum it again redivides. So the divided cell, it is very small in size, then it grows itself and then finally redivides again. So this is the method how the cell division takes place. So for cell division we are having two phases. One is called interphase, and the other is called mitotic phase. Mitotic phase. So interphase is also called the resting phase. Resting phase means here the cell is not doing any visible work. Means you cannot see that cell is doing something or a very important thing is going on, but inside the cell all the activities and all the important activities are continuously going on. So this is called the interphase. And in the mitotic phase, it is a cell division. The cell division is going on. So here the cell divides, and there are four phases in which the cell divides. So first one is your interphase. We'll first deal with the interphase. So in interphase, what happens? We are having three phases. In an interphase itself is divided into three phases, that is G1, S and G2. This is called growth 1 phase, this is called synthesis phase, and this is called G2 growth 2 phase. So these are the three phases in which the interphase is divided into these three phases. So mitotic phase we'll read later on. First we'll discuss all this. So in an interphase, what happens? This is growth 1 phase, I have told you. In growth 1 phase, what happens? The cell is growing because initially it has divided, and after dividing, the first phase is that it is growing and it is trying to accumulate its maximum size. In this, the protein synthesis and all this essential requirements of the cell, these are being fulfilled by the cell. So cell is growing here, and all the primary requirements of the nutritional requirements, they are fulfilled in the cell. Second one is your synthesis phase. In a synthesis phase, DNA is duplicated. The replication of DNA, the number, if it is in 2n number, DNA is in 2n number, it gets multiplied to 4n. Okay, so in synthesis phase what happens, the DNA जो आपका already double में है, that gets more doubled. बिकॉज सेल ने दो बारी मतलब आगे जाके डिवाइड होना है, तो इफ इट इज डिवाइडिंग देन द सेल्स विल गेट 2n and 2n इन नंबर. सो यहाँ पे सिंथेसिस फेज में क्या होता है कि जो आपका डीएनए है दैट हैज बीन चेंज फ्रॉम 2n to 4n, मीन्स डुप्लीकेशन ऑफ डीएनए इज अगेन टेकिंग प्लेस. देन G2 phase is there. In G2 phase again the cell is preparing itself for the division, क्योंकि इसके बाद अभी मैंने आपको बताया था यहाँ पे माइटोटिक डिविजन होना है, तो इस फेज के बाद there will be a mitotic division. In a G2 phase again the protein and the essential requirements for the cell which are needed for the cell division, that is being done. So this is the interphase in which, I'll again repeat, it is called the resting phase because we cannot visibly see all the things from outside, but internally many things are going on. So the interphase is divided into three phases, that is G1, S and G2. First one is called G1 phase. G1 phase in which protein and all the things are synthesized for the growth of a cell. In this only the enlargement of a cell is seen. Then S phase. In S phase we are getting a DNA and DNA is duplicated to 4n, so that it can divide into 2n and 2n for the further cell division. And next one again is a G2 phase in which protein and all the essential requirements are formed so that the cell can divide further. Now because after this we'll directly have the cell division phase, and that is called the mitotic phase. So today all the students will see that we have gone through why the cell needs to divide, what are genes and what is interphase. So I want you to go through your text and please read this. If you are having any doubt, do consult me. Thank you.